everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Today's story is called Peter's Saddest Day. Do you like being with your friends? What do you enjoy most? Playing games, watching TV, or going out together? Jesus had some special friends, and we've told you a lot of stories about them. But Jesus also had some enemies. Some people were jealous of him and even frightened of him because he was different. They didn't like the things he said or what he did. They thought he was dangerous, so they wanted to get rid of him. This made Peter and Jesus' other friends very sad. Let's open the book to the Bible story called Peter's Saddest Day.
Peter's saddest day. This is Peter. And Peter was worried. Peter was upset. Jesus had told his friends that he was going to be taken away by his enemies and killed. Jesus said,
You will all run away and leave me.
No, I will never leave you. I would rather go to prison. I would even die for you.
But Jesus shook his head sadly.
Oh, Peter, this will all happen tonight. Before you hear the cock crow in the morning, you will have said 3 times that you do not even know me.
They all walked away to a garden. It was very late. Jesus knelt down to pray. But his friends all fell asleep. They were very tired. Suddenly, soldiers surrounded them. They had come to arrest Jesus. The friends woke up confused. In the dark, the soldiers looked big and scary. The friends were very frightened. Quickly, they ran away, just as Jesus had said they would. Peter was frightened too, but he secretly followed the soldiers to see where they were taking Jesus. He stayed in the shadows and kept very quiet so that no one would see him. The soldiers took Jesus to the house of the high priest. The high priest was an enemy of Jesus. It was dark and cold. Some people who were waiting outside had lit a fire to keep warm. Peter squeezed in with them and tried to warm his hands. He was hoping that no one would notice him. But a little servant girl saw him, and she said loudly,
You were with Jesus.
Peter was frightened, and he blurted out,
No, I wasn't.
But the girl said even louder, so
This man,
everyone could hear him.
This man was in the garden with Jesus.
Peter was very frightened now. People were looking at him.
No, I don't even know who you're talking about.
But another man said,
He's from Galilee too, just like Jesus. I can tell by the way he talks.
I keep telling you, I do not know him.
Just at that moment, a cock crowed 3 times.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
It was nearly morning. Peter remembered what Jesus had said. Then the soldiers brought Jesus outside. Jesus looked at Peter sadly. Peter turned away. Although Peter was a big, strong, grown-up man, he began to cry. He saw the soldiers hitting Jesus. He saw them push a crown made of sharp, prickly thorns onto Jesus' head. He heard them all laugh at Jesus. Peter didn't laugh. He was so sorry he'd let Jesus down. He was so ashamed that he'd failed Jesus. He watched the soldiers take Jesus away to a hill outside the city. He watched the soldiers put Jesus on a cross. And then he saw Jesus die. Peter was very, very sad. He didn't understand that Jesus died to take away all the bad things that he and everyone else had done. He just knew that his best friend was dead. It was Peter's saddest day.
Poor Peter. He must have felt so unhappy to see what happened to Jesus and know that he'd done nothing to save him. But don't worry. Things turned out all right in the end, as we shall hear next week. Sometimes we do things that we're sorry about later. Sometimes we wish that we could go back and change what we've done. Close your eyes and try to remember a time when you might have let one of your friends down. Do you remember how sorry you felt? Now, I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer, say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, please forgive us when we let our friends down or make them unhappy. Help us to say sorry and put things right. Help us to forgive them if they have let us down. Amen.
Amen.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.